Welcome back to Rome Boys. On this episode, we're talking about the Rosary.
Do you have a rosary with you? In your pocket, carrying with you? I mean, this is the weapon for these times Padre Pio talks about. St. Louis de Montfort says, every Hail Mary that we pray is like giving Mary a rose in heaven. And so when you do the whole rosary, 15, 20 minutes, you're giving a bouquet of roses to Our Lady. And what better way to be able to end evil, to end wars in the world, to end abortion, human trafficking, to someone that's sick. A lot of things everything's pretty much out of our control.
Everything is out of control.
And so by praying the rosary, we can make that spiritual difference in somebody's lives. Someone that's a fallen away Catholic, a child of yours that has fallen away. Rosary, and don't just stop there. Do a few rosaries pray about it, pray, meditate upon it, take your time through it. Like lots of times you can go online. My kids like to, watch the rosary and see the pictures on various videos. So change it up, do a scriptural rosary. But all I know is Mary, whenever she's appeared in these last 2,000 years in apparitions, pray the rosary. That's the number one thing that she says.
I've heard it's a spiritual rifle with a 50-round clip.
Yes, absolutely.
And speaking of videos and stuff to watch rosaries, we have some rosary videos on every mystery of the rosary. We have our regular and our scriptural. So check those out. And if you want to kind of dive a little deeper into or just another visual aid for listening and praying the rosary. Yeah. But I mean, it does help just in comfort. Maybe I shouldn't do this or not, but I actually, when I can't sleep, I'll put it on in my phone and put my earbud in it, and I always go to sleep.
Yeah, well, it brings peace. Our Lady of Peace with the rosary.
So I guess I could imagine her rocking me to sleep.
There you go.
I don't, but I mean, I guess I could. But
I pray the rosary lots of times while stretching or working out. I mean, maybe I need to have more focus on the rosary, so I try to do that. But when we drive, in the car, you're already going to destination, you got 15 or 20 minutes, you can always do that. Another discipline or thing that's a spiritual sacramental in the church that has kind of been lost is the scapular. A lot of people don't wear the scapular anymore. And so that's another thing to do, another devotion that we can pray with the rosary. Lots of times people can overemphasize Mary, and a lot of people don't even pay attention to Mary. So they need kind of like a healthy balance. Everything's about Jesus. Everything with the rosary is about Jesus. And Mary's life is all about Jesus. But then also don't forget about Mary, how Mary can help answer our prayers, giving it to Jesus. And by praying the rosary, you're growing in that relationship with God at the same time. So don't forget about her. She is in the, in the shadows sometimes, in the backdrop, but she deserves to be more in the front with Jesus, of course, in the center.
Sure, you can't love her more than Jesus does.
Yes.
I mean, that's his mama.
Absolutely.
And then to kind of double down on what you're saying there, Jesus is the center of all of it. I mean, we're saying the Our Father at the beginning of each decade. Each decade is a mystery of his life. Yeah. And then the center of the Hail Mary itself is
fruit of thy womb.
Fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Yeah. So Jesus is the center, and she's always pointing us back to him. We might be praying this rosary, her rosary, but it's focusing. She always says, do whatever he tells you. Yeah. And that's what she's doing with the rosary. I mean, with focusing on those mysteries that she lived through with him, she's directing you back to him. Yeah.
So for good meditation, go to Luke's Gospel, Luke chapter 1, 2, and 3 to focus in on Our Lady and pray that rosary. Teach young people to pray the rosary. To start with a decade today. And then hopefully you can build up. But hey, a decade is better than nothing. So,
if you need help, like I said, check out those videos.
Yeah, he put a lot of time into it. It's good stuff.
It works out pretty good.
Yeah.
But you can always go back to it over and over and over again, please. So in the meantime,
be bold.
Be real.
Be Catholic. God bless.